Paulie and KD, live every Wednesday night. And very happy right now to bring on our first official guest of the Go Rangers radio show. And that's Brendan and Joe from WeBleedBlue.com. Hey, guys, welcome aboard. You guys hear us? You got us?
We got us. How you guys doing? Thanks for having us on.
I'm here. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Brendan and Joe, thanks so much for joining us. KD, say hi. I want to make sure they can hear you too, buddy.
What's up, boys? Good to have you on the show.
Kev, what's going on, buddy?
Good to talk to you guys.
All right, let's get things started. We got so many questions for you guys. And I tell you what, me and KD were just talking about the game last night. And, Igor coming in last night. See how I do that, guys? I'm not even going to say his last name. I'm just going to call him Igor. Make it easy on everybody. But,
Jesse?
Yeah, baby. So, Joe, why don't you go first here, and then, Brendan, you follow up. Just talk about, your thoughts on the Rangers bringing them in and the performance last night and just the whole goaltending thing here real quick if you can.
All right, sounds good. So, before we get going, I didn't get Kevin. I'm not getting him through here. So and Brendan as well. So hopefully we can get them all on at the same time. But thank you for having us on, guys. Really appreciate it. Before we begin, Kev, I just want to let you know we got some even bigger news than chesty sauce and everything happening over here. And I think that is we have some new flavors of White Claw coming out next week, next summer, I mean. And we got watermelon, so all good. I
love that.
So I think I have a little bit of a different experience than most. Unfortunately, I had a men's league game and didn't get the chance to see it until the second period. And naturally, sitting in the locker room at the game, and guys have their phones out, and of course we get first shot on goal, and it goes in, and it's really par for the course in I guess Rangers country. Yeah, I don't know what we expected, but. Pretty much happened the way that I think we all hoped it didn't. But you know what? I was fortunate enough to catch the game at the start of the third, and it was really liked what I saw. Very fantastic. So good start, and I'm looking forward to the future here. I don't know what's happening tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure.
Good stuff. Brendan, man, take it away, man. Your thoughts on last night?
I thought it was crazy that this really came out of left field. Like, we didn't really see this kid coming up anytime soon because Georgie was playing decent and Hank's not going anywhere. So it was exciting. I can't remember the last time we were, as a fan base, this excited for a kid to come up and play his first game. Maybe Kakao, maybe, there might have been a couple others, but I can't remember in recent memory the last time that this fan base was that excited to see a kid play. And of course he gets shelled for a couple early, and I think he settled in, and he looked good the rest of the way, and it was exciting to see him get the win. I'm glad they stepped up and scored a couple goals for him. So that was good. It was good.
Great stuff, man. Real excited there. Hey, KD, why don't you hit Brendan up there with a question there, because I got some technical difficulties with Joey here, hearing you guys. So why don't you guys hit it back and forth here a little bit, and then me and Joey will come back on the other side. Go ahead.
Sure, Brendan. Awesome to hear from you, man. Always great. We go real far back, obviously, to my New York Ranger blog days, where we collaborated on a couple of things. So it's really awesome, to have you on the show
back to dancing on the bars at Hudson Station. That far back, right?
That's right. I know that. Good times. Where he pushed the Adam Herman over at the Blue Shirt Banther off a table into the crowd, and crazy times. But I obviously know the background of We Bleed Blue and how you guys got started. But why don't you let our listeners know sort of why you guys started this business? Obviously you came from your, love of the Rangers, and, just give us a little insight into how you guys got this going.
To be honest, Kev, we didn't think this would take off the way it did. We kind of just started it and said, you know what, let's just, throw a couple darts at the wall and see where it goes. Literally started out in the basement with like a heat press and a couple ideas. And, things just took off. We had a couple of the players, contact us looking for shirts. Like, they got behind it. I remember meeting Brandon Prost at a bar for like 50 shirts back in the day. He like gave me his phone number. I was like, this is crazy. That's kind of how it all like took off. And here we are 8-9 years later, and now we sell stuff at the Garden, which is completely mind blowing still.
Yeah, how does that, I mean, that's got to be insane to see, the players, wearing your shirts, for them to be contacting you. And I've seen some of the players sort of post their stuff on Twitter and Instagram. I mean, that's got to be just such an outrageous feeling.
It's surreal. You can't even describe it. To have like your favorite players like supporting something that you do, it's crazy. It's just crazy. So that's kind of how it took off. Guys like Prost, guys like Callie and Hagelin and Zuccarello, like even to this day, guys like Mika hit me up every once in a while. I talk to Brady. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
That is, no, I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah, I mean, just to, be such a fan of the team and turn this thing into something that the team is supported now. Like you mentioned, your merchandise is now at Madison Square Garden. I mean, the team has gotten behind your brand and your product. If you can, I mean, you don't have to get into everything, but how did that start? I mean, did the Rangers reach out to you? Did you reach out to them? How did that get going?
So a lot of sleepless nights of just working our tails off for, countless years. I think raised some eyebrows over at the Garden. People inside the organization, got wind of us after a while and decided to contact us and bring us in and say, hey, what do you guys do here? We see what you do. Can you explain in a little detail of, how you guys got started and, we'd like to partner with you. And Kev, I'm sitting there like, is this real life? Like, this is like a dream come true, I remember walking in, like 8 years ago with Joey. And I said, dude, one day we're going to sell our shirts in here. And he was like, yeah, all right. And then one day we just walked in and we made it happen.
Yeah, and I could tell you, all of us in Rangers Twitter and who've sort of been behind you and supported you and followed you over the years. I mean, it's surreal. I mean, I know for me to see it. So for you guys to walk into the Garden and see your merchandise sort of on the shelves, again, similar to seeing it, on the players, seeing it being sold at the Garden is wow. That has got to be some type of feeling.
It's not so much seeing it on the shelves anymore as it is seeing people walk into the store, pick it up, and say, wow, this is like a really cool shirt. And I'm standing there like, I don't like to be the face of this whole thing. Everybody knows that. We don't really put ourselves out there like that. We're just, we're two fans. We don't need, this isn't a popularity contest yet. But just to see the fans like actually appreciate what we do, it's pretty cool.
That's got to like almost give you like goosebumps seeing that. That's amazing. And you got beyond just the shirts. I mean, you guys are now, and Paulie mentioned it, you guys are doing these sort of arena invasions that you guys are now setting up and you've done for the last couple of years. Why don't you talk a little bit about those type of outings that you guys are putting together?
Yeah, so before we started Weebly Blue, we're hockey guys. We've been hockey guys our whole lives. All of our friends are hockey guys, whether they're Islander fans, Ranger fans, Devil fans. So we used to get group outing tickets. We used to get, 30, 40 tickets and go to games with our friends, rent a bus. And, we basically turned it Weebly Blue, the following of Weebly Blue, we turned it into this big thing where we've been to, I don't know, I'm trying to think of how many cities we've been to now. We did Vegas with 200 people. We did Florida with 150 people. We're doing the Devil game tomorrow with about 80 people. We're doing the Coliseum next week with like 150 people. It's just crazy, Kev, to get the fans all together and have everybody sit together and, you know, kind of meet the people who support the brand is like really important to us. You know, you see these names that come up in these orders over and over and over again. You wonder who these people are, and then finally you get to sit at a game with them. It's pretty cool.
What's been what's your favorite outing so far that you guys have done? Vegas, got to be Vegas, right?
I'm still recovering from Vegas. Vegas is crazy. Vegas is crazy. But it was nutty, man. It was really nutty. To be honest, the Coliseum games are my absolute favorite. There's nothing like that going to that building and having that rivalry. There's just really nothing like it. But, you know, to get on a plane and go on a little bit of a vacation and make a road trip out of it, it's kind of cool. But, yeah, the Coli games are nice. Vegas was definitely probably the best. Even though
That's awesome.
I think we lost. Kev, I can't even remember, but I think we lost the game.
That's amazing.
Kev, what happened to Joey? Where are we here?
Guys,
I don't know.
KD, Brendan, here's the deal. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We've obviously, as it would definitely have to be on my watch here, we got a little technical problems. What we're going to do is going to go
worries.
Do a quick break, and we'll get Joey connected with Brendan on the one line here, and we'll do it all together because he's really getting upset. Brendan's saying all the wrong things. He's making the company look bad. It's really horrible what's going on here.
The Weebly Blue stock is just plummeting right now.
Yeah, guys hanging me out to dry here.
Biggest mistake ever made was coming on this show. All right, we're listening to Go Rangers Radio. You guys are listening to Go Rangers Radio. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll straighten this whole thing out. We'll be right back. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
If you bleed red, white, and Rangers blue, hail the king, follow the bread man, and know how to spell Capo Caco, then tune in to Go Rangers Radio. Join your hosts, Kevin DeLury and Paul Cuthbert, every week for their take on the New York Rangers. Live and archive shows are available at GoRangersRadio.com. If you're social, follow at Go Rangers Radio on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go Rangers Radio, where the New York Rangers are always the talk of the town. Got any questions for Paulie and Kevin? Tag us at Go Rangers Radio on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And now, slower than a Ron Duguay forecheck, faster than a John Ogrodnik line change, and unable to guarantee anything like Mark Messier. Here's DeLury and Cuthbert.
All right, everybody, we're still working this out here a little bit. Just give us just a couple more minutes, and we're going to get this squared away. We want to do this right here, so give us one more second here. Hold on.